I'm going to show you guys now how to create an assessment where there is a time limit on the assessment, not only in the time that it takes a student to sit down and take the assessment, but also the days that it can be open. So I'm just on my welcome page. I'm going to click on my week 2 page as if I'm going to create a new assignment. I'm going to add a content block. Messages and activities is the tab I'm going to click on. And then let's say I want to create a new assessment. Okay, new assessment. I want to make this a practice so that my students can go back and see what they have done in my quiz here, and with an exam they can't go back and review that. So a lot of times I'll make it a practice. And then next, practice title, example quiz. I'm not going to put anything down here. I do want to create a gradebook entry for that. Okay, so practice time limit. This is also an option on the exams. So if it's left as unlimited, a student could theoretically open it, leave it open for days, and it always looks like they're in progress taking it when in fact they're not. So it's a great idea to have a start time and a finish time, or a time limit here. So you can make it as long or as short as you want. So if it's just a little 5-question reading quiz, a lot of times I'll give them 20 or 30 minutes to do that. You can make it as long as 2 hours if you want to give them just a ton of time to take a quiz or whatever they're going to do. You can also customize it if you want to. You can make it worth 5 hours, but that just means that it's going to open and close and they have a specific time limit. So I'm just going to set this one for 30 minutes. It seems like a reasonable amount of time for a short quiz. Allow students to take the practice. I usually allow them to take it one time. That's up to you. If you want them to be able to take it multiple times, that's fine. Max incorrect attempts allowed. I allow them 1 and that's it. I only give points on the first attempt for a question. That means that once they answer it and move on to the next question, then they have, they can only receive points for that one. But that also is a personal choice for you. And then I save this. Now, it's created. I am going to just make one matching question here. How old are you? Oops, actually not a matching question. Let's say match the flower to its color. So I'm going to say roses are red, violets are blue, and that's all I want, just for the example. Okay, now I'm just going to save this. So I do have a question populated in here, and it will now allow me to publish this. So to manage assessment, I am now going to go to publish it. So in other words, if I don't publish this quiz, it stays as a draft. Notice it's got draft right here. So I want to publish it so that it shows up for my students to take it. This is where I can make the assessment happen, where it opens on a certain day and it closes on a certain day. I usually open mine the day of class, and I make my assignments due the midnight before we meet for the next class. So since this is a Monday class, I'm going to say I'm going to open it on Monday the 21st, and I'm going to close it the 27th, and that'll be midnight on the 27th, actually 11:59, which if they're waiting until the last minute to take it, where 60 seconds makes a big deal, they're already in trouble. And then I want the location to be on my week 2's page, because that's the page that it's going to be on. I can pick my block placement if I want to, top of the second column. And that is how you make a time limit. I'll go back here to make sure. It always posts it, but I just thought I'd like to make sure. There it is. There's my example quiz right there. And if you have any questions, of course, feel free to ask.